The Prodigal Son, The Journey Back Home. Long ago, there lived a wealthy man who had 2 sons. He loved them dearly and worked hard to provide everything they needed. His home was filled with peace, food, and comfort. One day, the younger son began to dream about life beyond his father's house. He wanted freedom. He wanted adventure. He wanted to enjoy life on his own terms. Finally, he went to his father and said, "Father, give me the share of the inheritance that belongs to me." In those days, asking for an inheritance before a father died was a very painful thing to do. It was almost like saying, "I wish you were already gone." Yet the father did not argue. He divided his possessions and gave the younger son his share. A few days later, the young man packed his belongings and left home for a distant country. At first, life seemed wonderful. He had money in his pockets and freedom in his hands. He spent lavishly on parties, entertainment, and anything he desired. Friends surrounded him everywhere he went. People laughed with him and celebrated him because he always paid the bills. The young man believed he had finally found happiness. But happiness built on money never lasts forever. As time passed, he spent every coin he had. The money that once seemed endless quickly disappeared. Then something unexpected happened. A severe famine struck the land. Food became scarce. Jobs became difficult to find. The friends who once crowded around him vanished one by one. The same people who called him their friend no longer answered his calls. Suddenly, he found himself alone. Hungry. Broke. Hopeless. Desperate for survival, he found work with a farmer who sent him into the fields to feed pigs. For a Jewish man, this was one of the lowest and most humiliating jobs imaginable. Every day he watched the pigs eat. He became so hungry that he wished he could eat the food given to them. Yet nobody offered him anything. As he sat among the pigs one day, dirty, hungry, and broken, he began to think. He remembered his father's house. He remembered the servants who always had enough food to eat. He remembered the kindness of his father. Then he said to himself, "How many of my father's servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death? I will arise and go to my father. I will say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.'" For the first time in a long time, he stopped blaming others. He stopped making excuses. He admitted he was wrong. And that decision changed everything. The next morning, he began the long journey home. Every step was heavy. Questions filled his mind. Would his father